The heads of government of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, convened in Barbados for their 40th regular meeting under the theme Strength in Unity, Forging Caribbean Resilience, Inclusive Growth and Sustainable Development. During the meeting, they addressed various pressing issues facing the region, including food and nutrition security, climate change and climate finance, ongoing challenges in Haiti, security concerns, digital resilience, external relations, and the CARICOM Single Market and Economy (CSME). However, it was the discussion surrounding the classification of gangs and terrorist groups that captured headlines across the Caribbean. Prime Minister Hon. Philip J. Pierre, who attended the meeting, was approached outside of Parliament regarding St. Lucia's potential alignment with this collective decision made by the heads of government.
We are considering it because the gang situation in this country is growing. But what's important is our young boys who seem to be being recruited very early, the young boys. And that is why we have to deal with it at that level.
Currently, St. Lucia has recorded approximately 11 homicides this year, while Jamaica has seen over 100. Barbados reported at least 7 homicides as of January 31st, 2025, marking a 133% increase compared to the same period in 2024. In contrast, Trinidad and Tobago has experienced an estimated 45% decrease in homicides since declaring a state of emergency in December. Despite this improvement, CARICOM leaders believe that without stringent measures, gangs will continue to challenge state authority and undermine regional stability. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, who has responsibility for energy and security in the CARICOM quasi-cabinet, says the region will be moving to bring further legislation to deal with the issue going forward.
We also expect that these acts, using the tools of trade of the criminals at large in our communities, from Bahamas to Suriname, St. Lucia to Trinidad and Tobago, that they be deemed to be acts of terrorism and allow us to view them not only by the executive, but by our judiciary, and allow us to fashion the appropriate legislation.
He says 80% of the killings are done by firearms and 90% of those firearms come from one particular source, making violent crime a public health issue. Meanwhile, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, has called on all officials in the region to wage war against gangs.
We also see gangs acting in ways and committing acts that can only be described as acts of terror. And therefore, I have called in Jamaica, and I'm making the call now at this CARICOM platform, that there needs to be a global war on gangs in the same way that there is a global war on terror.
He says his country sees gangs as a threat, highlighting the situation in Haiti, which faces a crisis after $30 million in US funding for an international security force helping fight armed gangs in the country has been frozen under President Donald Trump's 90-day pause on foreign aid. Kayla Edwin, NBC Prime.